writing a lesson plan?
Yes, of course. I am education student.
Well then, I am sure that you are aware of what we are going to talk today. But then, some of our viewers might not be really familiar with it yet. And so, are you ready or are you okay to share with your knowledge with us today?
Of course I am.
Well then, without further ado, let's start! First, let us define lesson plan in a simplest way. A lesson plan is a teacher's guide for facilitating a lesson and provides you with a general outline of your teaching goals, learning objectives, and means to accomplish them. So what is the part of 7E lesson plan? The 7E stands for the following: elicit, engage, explore, explain, elaborate, extend, and evaluate. Usually, it begins with the elicit. Yun lang, di ba?
When writing a lesson plan, there are several key things to consider. First and foremost, you need to clearly define your learning objectives. What exactly do you want your students to achieve by the end of the lesson? Next, think about how you will engage your students and make the material interesting and relevant to their lives. It's also important to include a variety of activities and teaching methods in order to cater to different learning styles. Additionally, don't forget to assess your students' prior knowledge and adjust your lesson accordingly. And lastly, be flexible. Unexpected things can happen during a lesson, so always have a backup plan in case things don't go as expected. By considering these factors, you'll be on your way to creating a well-rounded and effective lesson plan that will keep your students engaged and learning.
I would like to talk about how we can ensure that our activities are appropriate and aligned with our objectives. The first step in ensuring appropriate and objective aligned activity is to clearly define our project objectives. By having a clear understanding of what we want to achieve, we can ensure that our activities directly contribute to these goals. Next, it's important to evaluate our activities in a regular manner to ensure ongoing alignment with our objectives. This includes assessing their effectiveness in engaging our students and their contribution towards our desired outcomes. If needed, we should be ready to make adjustment and improvement to maintain alignment.
Writing lesson plans, we encounter challenges. First is alignment with curriculum standards. Ensuring that the lesson plan aligns with the required curriculum standards can be challenging, especially when the standards are detailed. Second, addressing the diverse needs of students in the classroom by incorporating strategies for differentiation can be complex. Lesson plans need to accommodate various learning styles, abilities, and interests. Third, time management. Planning activities within the allocated time frame can be difficult, balancing the time spent on each activity while covering the necessary content. Fourth, creating and engaging activities that capture students' interest and maintain their attention throughout the lesson. Fifth, designing assessment that accurately measure student learning and align with the lesson objective can be difficult. Ensuring assessments are fair and provide meaningful feedback to students is essential. Lastly, identifying and gathering the necessary resources, such as materials, technology, and additional support, can be challenging, particularly if resources are limited.
The first step in overcoming struggles in writing lesson plan is to clearly define the instructional objectives. Future teachers should ask themselves, what do I want my students to know or be able to do by the end of the lessons? Setting the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or also known as SMART. Objectives provide a roadmap for a lesson planning and ensures clarity and focused instruction. Writing effective lesson plans is a skill that requires practice, patience, and perseverance. By following the steps outlined in this guide, future teachers can overcome struggles in lesson planning and create meaningful and impactful learning experiences for their students. With dedication, determination, and every future teacher can become a masterful lesson planner, inspiring and empowering students to reach their full potential.
How do we write our lesson plan as a group? Keep our lesson plan concise and easy to follow. We use clear and concise language. We are specific about the learning objectives for the lesson. Must be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. We gather all of the materials that we will need before we begin teaching the lesson. Plan the procedures for teaching the lesson in a logical order. Allow enough time for each activity and don't try to cram too much into one lesson. Develop an assessment plan that is aligned with the teaching learning objectives for the lesson. And lastly, review our lesson plan and make adjustment as needed.
Lesson plan is very important when it comes to teaching and learning process. Lesson plans are essential tools for educators, aiding in imparting knowledge, skills, and competencies. They guide content delivery, organization, communication, and assessment. Through careful planning, educators engage students with accessible content, align activities with objectives, and ensure relevance. It is like a roadmap that guides the teacher on what to do to achieve what has to be achieved. It serves as a light unto their path that leads them to have a clean and easy way of teaching.
We hope that you will cherish this valuable learning that you have gained from us.
Be ready to explore more in following journeys.
That would be all. Thank you. Bye!